Lesson: Understanding Employee Rights, Historical and Legal Foundations. Understanding employee rights involves delving into the historical and legal foundations that have shaped the employment landscape. This understanding is crucial for HR leaders who aspire to implement fair and compliant practices in their organizations. Employee rights have evolved through centuries of socio-economic changes, labor movements, and legislative developments, offering a framework that defines the employer-employee relationship today. By examining these foundations, HR leaders can gain actionable insights and practical tools to address real-world challenges effectively. The historical origins of employee rights can be traced back to early labor movements in the 19th century. The Industrial Revolution marked a significant turning point, leading to a demand for improved working conditions and the establishment of labor unions. These unions played a pivotal role in advocating for workers' rights, pushing for reduced working hours, safer working conditions, and fair wages. The success of these movements laid the groundwork for modern labor laws, which continue to protect employees from exploitation and discrimination. The legal framework governing employee rights is complex and varies across jurisdictions. However, certain universal principles have emerged, primarily focusing on equality, safety, and fair compensation. Key international instruments, such as the International Labor Organization conventions, have been instrumental in standardizing labor rights globally. These conventions set minimum standards for working conditions, freedom of association, and collective bargaining, which countries adapt into their national laws. A practical tool for HR professionals is the implementation of compliance checklists that align with both international standards and local regulations. These checklists serve as a guide to ensure that all employment practices adhere to legal requirements, thereby minimizing the risk of litigation. For instance, a checklist might include verifying that employment contracts meet statutory requirements, ensuring workplace safety regulations are followed, and confirming that employee classifications are accurate to avoid misclassification lawsuits. A significant aspect of employee rights is the protection against discrimination. Laws such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 in the United States and the Equality Act 2010 in the United Kingdom prohibit discrimination based on race, gender, age, disability, and other protected characteristics. HR leaders must foster an inclusive workplace culture by implementing diversity and inclusion training programs. These programs should educate employees about unconscious biases and promote a culture of respect and equality. By fostering an inclusive environment, companies not only comply with legal mandates, but also enhance employee satisfaction and productivity. Moreover, understanding employee rights involves recognizing the importance of workplace safety. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration in the United States, for example, sets and enforces standards to ensure safe and healthy working conditions. HR leaders should conduct regular safety audits and risk assessments to identify potential hazards and implement corrective measures. Providing employees with safety training and creating a culture of safety can significantly reduce workplace accidents and associated costs. An essential framework for HR leaders is the concept of employee engagement, which is closely linked to employee rights. Engaged employees are more likely to be aware of their rights and contribute positively to the organization. HR professionals can utilize employee engagement surveys to gauge the awareness and satisfaction levels regarding workplace rights and conditions. These surveys can provide valuable feedback, allowing HR to identify areas for improvement and implement targeted interventions, thereby enhancing overall employee well-being and organizational performance. Case studies offer valuable lessons in understanding employee rights. One notable example is the landmark case of Brown v. Board of Education, which, although primarily a civil rights case, set a precedent for challenging discriminatory practices in various sectors, including employment. More recently, high-profile cases involving tech giants have highlighted the importance of data privacy rights for employees. The General Data Protection Regulation in the European Union has set a benchmark for data protection, requiring companies to safeguard personal information diligently. HR leaders must ensure compliance by conducting data audits, implementing robust data protection policies, and training employees on data privacy issues. Statistics further underscore the importance of upholding employee rights. According to a report by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, in 2020, there were over 67,000 charges of workplace discrimination filed in the United States alone. This figure highlights the ongoing challenges organizations face in maintaining equitable and compliant workplaces. By proactively addressing potential areas of discrimination and fostering a culture of inclusivity, HR leaders can mitigate these risks and enhance organizational reputation. Understanding employee rights also involves recognizing the role of collective bargaining in shaping employment conditions. Collective bargaining agreements negotiated between employers and unions outline the terms and conditions of employment, including wages, working hours, and dispute resolution mechanisms. HR leaders should develop strong negotiation skills and maintain open communication channels with union representatives to ensure mutually beneficial outcomes. By respecting the collective bargaining process, organizations can maintain harmonious labor relations and avoid costly labor disputes. In conclusion, understanding employee rights is integral to effective human resource management. By examining the historical and legal foundations of these rights, HR leaders can gain valuable insights and tools to promote fair and compliant workplace practices. Implementing compliance checklists, fostering an inclusive culture, prioritizing workplace safety, engaging employees, and respecting collective bargaining are practical strategies that can enhance organizational performance and employee satisfaction. Furthermore, by staying informed about legal developments and leveraging case studies and statistics, HR professionals can navigate the complexities of employment law and uphold the rights of their workforce.